Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobertron, and welcome to episode 1 of season 2 of the TekTopia Survival Guide. So, yeah, things are starting off a little bit different this time around, guys. We are on a multiplayer server called TekTopia Towns. I have been looking at this server for a little while, and I wanted to join, but I was waiting for a restart. And due to some issues, the server restarted early. The issues were probably caused by that guy. I blame the Tangomancer. But anyway, yeah, let's explain a few things. So this is spawn right now. There are some community crop starter farms, some animals that are free for the taking, some tree farms. There's even an end portal over here, except it is not open yet because the person who runs the server, he wants to like do it the right way. This is more for convenience sake. We got some enchanting setups, just basic stuff to get everybody going. Everybody also gets a little starter kit with some basic materials, because the whole point of this game is to, build a village, not necessarily to mine for resources. But that is always my first tip, is to get yourself equipped. And since the server has equipped us already, we are going to venture off into the world. I've already gathered up some crops and some saplings from the tree farm. And so now we're just gonna wander around for a little bit. We are going to look for a biome to build in. Creeper. I can't take that right now. We're gonna look for some stuff. Hopefully raid a couple villages along the way. I'm thinking I'm gonna look for a desert to build in this time around. Give myself a little bit of a challenge. But we're just gonna walk around for a bit. Maybe gather some more materials. Maybe kill some piggies. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just gonna wander around, try to find some towns, and I will be back with you guys in a little bit. So I made the decision just to head south from spawn. It's thousands of blocks that way now, and I came across this mega Taiga forest biome, and it just lasted forever and ever and ever, and I'm glad to be out of it because I almost got my face blown up. But I got in a boat, and immediately I came across this Mushroom Island here, which could be a cool place to build. No mobs spawn there, no hostile mobs anyway, and yeah, I think I might explore this. Maybe we won't build in a desert. Maybe we'll take this Mushroom Island and call it our own. Just because it would be nice not having to deal with mobs all the time. But I'm gonna look around and see how it looks, and I'll be back once I make a decision on this. Decided against using the Mushroom Island, guys. It's very long and narrow, and then there's this plains biome that like butts right up against it, and then there's another forest biome over there that the village just wouldn't be all on the island, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep on looking around. I have yet to find a single village to raid, which is a little disappointing. A little disappointing. Not horribly disappointing, but a little bit. I'm a little sad on the inside. Yeah, we're just going to keep on going. We're going to look for that desert now. We want to build in a desert after that Mushroom Island debacle. So yeah, we're just going to keep on exploring the world a bit. Yep, nope. Didn't make that jump. We're just gonna keep on exploring the world a little bit. Try to find that desert. Hopefully we can raid a village or two just to get some emeralds, item frames, and beds and things. I always find, especially if you're playing on a survival world, raid villages, to get some of that starter stuff. It just helps your village in general. The starter kit did have like 16 emeralds in it to get us going and a town hall token. But let's see if we can get a bit more to help us along our way. So I finally came across our first village to raid, and I'm super happy. It's a little nice sized one. I really don't want the tokens. Tokens only work in the village in which they're tied to the town hall. So I'm just here for item frames and beds. Item frames, beds, and hopefully maybe some emeralds inside the storage building. Maybe I'll take some bookshelves. That'll come in handy later on. So right now we need to find the storage building, and it's got a chest on the icon, and there's a lot of mobs around right now. That's very upsetting. Usually it's one of these bigger buildings that spawns with the storage token on it. So let's see. Is there a zombie in there? There is a zombie in there. Oh, no token on that one. Okay, well I'm just gonna keep on looking around. We're gonna take some more item frames. Some more beds, and we'll move on to hopefully another village. So I have found a desert, and it has some pros and cons. Let's call it that. It is very, very hilly, and probably a little bit too hilly. I don't mind some hills, but this is a little ridiculous. There was a desert temple, which I have already raided. I got myself a couple of golden apples, some diamonds, some string, which is very nice because now I can make a bow because I love bows. Um, the other thing I like about this is that it's on the ocean, and building up some kind of cool little boat dock or even multiple boat docks would be nice. My one concern is that I would need to fill in a lot of these little, there's like a little water pond area here, and there's another one on this back end that I would probably fill in a lot, which is fine. I can do that. That's manageable. Most of this would be taken down anyway, and I can fill all that in. My initial concern is that the spawning locations for the merchant and the nomads would actually be in the ocean, so I would need to build out some temporary platforms, also, which is fine. On the server, we actually have some warp commands and teleports, so you can set your home. So I've already set my home here. I'm going to look around a little bit more, see if there's anything that is a little bit more conducive for what I'm trying to do. If not, we will be building here, which, yeah, it'll work. A little bit more prep work than I was really wanting to do, but, you know, in the end, it'll turn out great. So I'm going to hop back in my boat. I'm going to venture off in gloriousness, and yeah, either I'll be back here or I'll be at the desert I decide to choose. So I found a much bigger, much flatter, much better desert to build in, and our friend Cash has joined us on the server. Actually, Cash and our friend Kitty actually joined us as well, and DJ might be coming along too in a minute, which is awesome. This is what I like about playing on servers. It makes it super easy for my friends to come on and join me and help me out and do some stuff. Whether or not they decide to build here with me, that's, you know, whatever. If they want to, I'm more than welcome. Right now, though, we are, yeah, mobs. Mobs are a problem. We found a cave over there. We started doing a bit of caving, getting a bit more tools and resources. Not much. Only one night has gone by so far. Watch out for that creeper, Cash. This is entertaining right here. This is very entertaining. Anyway, so yeah, this is... Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. This is a much bigger desert. It is better for us. We can flatten it out a lot easier. It's still on an ocean, which is nice because I really want to make some kind of dock with boats and things. I think it'll look really good. But we have a lot of prep to do. We have a ton of prep to do. For right now, I think we're actually just going to start to get some more resources together because we need to light this place up. Right before dawn, this place was just filled with mobs. So we need to kind of plan some stuff out, maybe terraform a little bit, not too much. I'm thinking based off of where the ocean is, I want to fill in this whole river here, and then have the town hall somewhere in that region over there. That's where the permanent one will be. The temporary one might move around a bit, but permanently I'm thinking right in this region is where the town hall will be. That should give us plenty of room to keep our village within 120 blocks from that point. Because based off where the town hall is determines your village border, and it goes out 120 blocks in all directions from that marker. So we're going to do a bit more caving, maybe make a little mine to get some stuff and things. We only have 6 diamonds to our name right now, so we need a bit more. We want to upgrade our gear, get some enchants, you know, all that basic vanilla survival stuff that you absolutely need to do if you are playing TekTopia in a survival world, which is the best way to play. But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Hopefully when I get back, this place will be changed a little bit. Maybe we'll have a temporary town hall up, and we can get started on getting some villagers going. So I thought I'd give you guys a bit more progress update on what we've got going on so far. So it's still mostly been prep work thus far. We have taken that hill across the river down almost all the way where it needs to go. I think it needs to go down one more block. Somebody did beat the Ender Dragon already, so we're about 24 hours since the server went live, and the Ender Dragon's gone, so we can go get some shulkers and elytra and things, but we're really concerned about getting our village going. Cash is wandering the savannah collecting some animals. I think she acquired some sheep already, so that's nice. We've expanded our tree farm a bit to get us some more wood to build chests and things. I built us this first temporary town hall. I actually need to light up the inside, because that could cause badness, and we don't want that happening to us right now. So we will be starting this soon, and myself and DJ are actually currently working on doing our starter farmland. Now, we don't need this border around here. If you were doing it with dirt all around the outside, you would, because the farmer's AI is, you know, he sees dirt next to dirt, if this was dirt, and he'd try to till it, and it just causes badness. So we're working on this right now, and yeah, when I get back, hopefully I'll have a temporary storage building done. Both these buildings are temporary right now. We do have plans for a much, much bigger structure. It's probably going to be somewhere in this region, but that's going to be in the future. I don't have the materials right now to get it going, and we just want to get our village up and running. So I need to finish the storage, actually start the storage, build a house somewhere for our first two villagers to occupy, get all this farmland up and running. And then once I have everything all built and ready, we will activate our village and I will go over some things. So it is almost daytime, and I think it's about time we put our town hall up. That way when the sun comes up, our merchant and our nomad should hopefully arrive. Now, since we're putting up a new town hall token, which I have named our village Sandonia. That's right, it's a good name. You'll love it. There should be a bonus chest, hopefully that spawns in here. It might take a few seconds for it to actually kick in. There it is, right on camera, nice. And it has our storage, our first bed, and our farmer and our lumberjack tokens. So now that we have the storage token, we go to our storage building, which is a exact replica of that building over there. Put the storage marker up. Once it starts glowing, we know it's good. I have placed a ton of chests in here for right now. It's not too many. We're actually gonna eventually make a much bigger storage. I've also done a few other things just to help our villagers get going. First off, I've given them some food. Now this food, it's not going to be as effective as villager food, but it's going to be more effective than eating raw potatoes and carrots for right now because we don't have a chef yet. The other thing I've done is I've given them some iron tools. So iron axes and iron hoes for our lumberjack and farmer, and that is so they don't have to make their own tools. Now our iron tools we give them is going to not be as effective. It's going to actually make the tools break faster. If it was a villager tool, it would break at a normal rate. Because we are giving them the tool, it's going to break 3 times faster. And I'm going to grab a item frame because I forgot one for our house. Let me... Oh, here. There we go. Item frames. Just grab all of them. We have raided a lot of villagers to get these item frames. We actually found one just in the savannah over there. DJ is new to the mod. He's never played before, so he's like, what do I take? Everything. So there we go, item frame up, and now our bed. So there was one red bed in here already, and as soon as it recognizes that it's inside a valid home structure, it will turn yellow, as well as our token is glowing. So now the thing we need to do is we need to make sure that our villagers can path, or specifically the nomads and the merchant can path from the corners of our village. So from where our town hall marker is, our village extends 120 blocks, which is that pillar over there, and there's one on all 4 sides. But in the corners over there is where the visitors to your village spawn in. So we're going to go check those out and make sure that there are no pathing issues. Like, we'll probably have an issue in that corner because it's probably mostly water. We'll have an issue over there, too, because the river cuts through it. So if our merchant and nomad spawn in those 2 corners, they're not going to be able to path to our village, which is not good. So we're going to make sure all that's good, and then hopefully when I come back, we should have some nomads. Oh, hey guys, I'll talk about them later too. We should hopefully have some nomads, and I'll convert them into our villagers so they can get working on those crops and those trees over there. We have our set of our first nomads and our merchant here. So I'm going to talk about the merchant first. So the merchant, when you first get him, he's only going to offer you a food trade. This is the one time that you actually give him emeralds and he gives you some villager food. I think there are 5 different foods you can possibly buy. Cookies is one of them. I think steak, chicken. DJ's in my way. But eventually, you'll be able to actually sell your villager goods to him. Right now, since we don't have any villagers, that is kind of locked right now. But eventually, his trades will represent the professions you have. So when we get a lumberjack and a farmer, he's going to offer to buy crops and wood. And we'll talk about more on him at a later date because I've got a really good trading trick, especially at the beginning. So when you get your first set, they're all going to clump around your town hall, and that's because you have no villagers to make paths. When Tango programmed this mod, he put in a custom pathfinding algorithm, but right now it doesn't have any data. But once we get villagers going and they start pathing to the trees and to the crops, they're going to generate paths, and our other nomads and merchant will follow those paths. So right now I'm going to create our first lumberjack. This villager here, she has a lumberjack as a profession already at level 7, so we are going to make her our lumberjack. And when we make her, she'll change her skin. And then what she should do, she might be stuck. Nope. She's going to instantly try to go to the storage because I put those better tools in there. She is going to try to trade those out, and she's also probably going to grab some of this food. So she already grabbed an axe, and she took some chicken. So now we have this other token. we're going to turn one of these guys into a farmer. But neither of them have a good profession for it. So we're going to take the highest intelligence and make that guy our farmer. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to go into storage. He's going to grab a pickaxe and some food, or not a pickaxe, a hoe and some food, and then he'll start taking care of those crops for us. Now let me talk about the architect and the tradesman. So the architect is where you buy your structure tokens. So you have the tavern, the school, the 4 different types of animal pens. That was sheep. This is a mine token, a mineshaft token. There's our pig token. You have the 3 different house types. There's our cow. That is a library, which is probably one of the best things to get early game. So we're going to get one of those very early on. That's the chicken coop, and then that's our butcher and our smith. And then this is a guard post where guards will just loiter around it instead of roaming around. This is the merchant stall. So normally, you can already see off kind of to the right of the screen, the merchant will wander around unless you put a merchant stall up. And then this is our kitchen and our barracks. Our barracks is a special home where our guards live. And then the tradesman has corresponding professions. You know, every structure has a profession. So blacksmith, lumberjack, chef, all that stuff. I'm not going to go into any more detail on that. That's pretty easy. And we're going to cover a lot of those in future episodes. But right now you can see our lumberjack has gotten to work. Chopped down our spruce tree and then replanted it. And she's going to pick a random chest right now to put it in the storage building. And this is one thing that is very important, is storage management, where you put things. So right now you can see they're putting them with those tools. I don't want those there, so we're going to put it here instead. And eventually our farmer will be doing the same thing, but right now he's got a lot of work ahead of him. But I think I'm going to call it here today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Season 2 of TekTopia. I'm really happy that my friends are here to join me this time around, and hopefully sometimes he'll join us in chat, because DJ is brand new, so I might be explaining things to him. And he'll ask questions maybe you'll have. But until next time, guys, have a good one.